objective is under attack. Get on it.
The footage you have just seen is known as high-skill Hanzo play, aka something Stylosa has never achieved in the entirety of his shameful existence. If it was difficult for you to handle watching this clip, as it is so rarely ever seen, then I advise that you bring your mommy and daddy to watch the rest of the video with you. After all, we all know what happens to you when your parents don't love you. Tip number 1. Under any circumstances, do not watch any of Stylosa's videos. This is because if you do, your penis will shrink because it wants to be British. In order to play Hanzo at a level near his high skill cap, you must need it where it counts, as we all know what Hanzo's ultimate is a great analogy for. Tip number 2. Don't watch any guides or tips on Hanzo from professionals, as they'll tell you things to prevent you from being a great Hanzo, like not using Scatter Arrow at Squishy Hero's feet every single time you use it. However, their only goal in this campaign is to lower the amount of Pro Hanzos, as a Pro Hanzo above Gold is almost unstoppable nearly 87% of the time. Look it up, I dare you. Tip number 3. Always pick Hanzo. Offense or defense, King of the Hill or 2CP. Hanzo is always a great pick. Why, you may ask? Because Jeff Kaplan named him, and that means he'll be getting buffs in the future, so you better be ready to condition your sweet Scatter Arrows for when he buffs it so that it can one-shot Winston. God, that would be a glorious day indeed. Tip number 4. Hanzo is not a damn hit scan. Hit scan is for people who want to prove that they can't predict enemy players' movements. As Hanzo, you gotta aim either at their feet with Scatter, because we want that card at the end of the game for a later tip that will be mentioned in this video, or shoot it in front of where you think they will go. This is the hardest part of being better than an actual buffoon like Stylosa, but once you realize that they always strafe left to right or run towards cover once you hit them with that juicy Scatter, then you'll be a better Hanzo in no time. Tip number 5. At the end of the game, regardless of what card you get, always vote yourself, because in the bottom right corner of the card, it shows what ranking you were in terms of actual skill in the entire match. As you can see here, mine says number 1, so therefore I was better than that cheeky Soldier 76 main, Stylosa. Tip number 6. Anytime you see any video even slightly regarding Hanzo as not being the best hero in the entire game, you better dislike that video. So basically, dislike all of Stylosa's videos. Bonus points if they make a joke about how to get better at Hanzo and they just pick another character. In this scenario, you get the rights to report the video for harassment, because goddamn, do you not remember tip number 3? Always pick Hanzo, as the reports you get for doing so from your 12-year-old teammates only further ensues a buff that will come to Hanzo. Don't you know this already? It's common fact. This second to last tip is purely for helping with Overwatch YouTube content, which if I may say is really lacking much comedy anymore in my humble opinion due to a lack of Hanzo. On any video that has either Hanzo in the title or description, just type into the comments some vague phrase like, "As a Hanzo main, I completely agree with what you say here. This is the reason why Seagull is the only good Hanzo at top level play. I myself am almost out of master, but dealing with toxicity that people have towards me is difficult. Regardless, I love what is said here. Thank you." This works every time, and if you don't get top comment, it's because you're on a Stylosa video. The last tip that I have for you aspiring Stylosa flamers is that if you want him to actually see this excellent guide, then you should spam him on Twitter or in his YouTube comments with it. This is not a tip at all, actually. I just wanted to make sure that I plug that in. See you in the next video, Hanzo mains.